YouTube? Hey, we got another episode on I'm More Than a Rapper podcast, man. I got my boy Tonio here. He's more like a father figure, my mentor. Like, he's been knowing me since I've been a little kid.
Yes, sir.
So this episode is going to be a tad bit different. We still got the hot seat questions, but due to the type of man he is, I'm not going to just go all into the deep end. So this is a educational, interview and to enlighten people on different sites of the world. But let them know a little bit about yourself before we tap into the questions.
Yeah. First off, my name is Tonio Burns. A lot of people know me as Tony, Antonio, or Burns, or whatever. But I got so many different characters, so many different names. I'm the acapella melanated messenger. I'm the extraordinary oddball. I'm the vigilante Virgo. I got so many characters to myself that keep me from being stuck on one element. So you get more of me than just me.
Yeah. So that's dope. You gonna get a chance to see that. Like I said, you finna tap into his brain, and y'all already know before I upload the video, I will have all of his social media links in the description box, so that way if y'all like him, y'all can go check him out, give him a follow, and then tap into his life because he have great content and everything like that. So you already know when we first come on, I gotta ask the two questions that I ask all of my new people that come on to the podcast for the interview. I mean, you remember more than me how we met, so just let the people know how did we meet.
Well, first off, her pops or her father is one of my close friends, one of my best friends. And I knew her when she was in her mother's stomach, before she came to this world. So I knew about her before she knew I knew about her.
Yeah,
that's how that goes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I've been knowing her for a long time, her whole life. Before her life got started, I was there.
That's crazy. That's watching her grow.
Yeah, I watched her grow.
Yeah. All right. So how do you feel about me as an individual?
Well, as an individual, it's not hard for me to say, but it's hard for me to say because you're like a daughter. We talk on a regular basis. I know your parents. Know both of her parents. I know them. And she come from a family of good people. So at the end of the day, she just like my little sister. Like my daughter. It just ain't nothing we and her really can't talk about. She gonna call me and she gonna let me know what the deal is. And I'm gonna run it to her straight. Whether she like it or not, she gonna give it to me where I like it or not. That's why I mess with her. Yeah, she ain't gonna do nothing cause Tony. No. Whatever she feel like doing, she gonna do that. It don't matter how I feel. She'll have me later and I'll tell her how I feel later whether I like it or not. That's why I mess with her. She stand on her own business. She an independent thinker. She own her own opinion. That's what I like about her. Cause I'm the same way. I'm gonna say what I feel and I'm gonna do what I feel, no matter how nobody else feel. And that's just gonna be what it is.
Facts. Facts. All right, you guys. We finna tap into the hot seat. Like I said, this is not your normal hot seat, but this is still gonna be a great episode, and it's gonna give you a different side to the world because, like I said, an educational purpose, real good thinkers and everything like that. So I know this finna pique a lot of y'all interest. So number one, what are you against in the world?
Well, I'm strongly against injustice. I hate injustice on all levels. I don't like injustice, whether it's black on black, white on black, however you want to put it. I don't like injustice from the system, from how blacks treat each other, how whites treat blacks. In any kind of way it come, I don't like it because at the end of the day, we all people. We all deserve respect and we all deserve to be loved, and that's just what it is with me. So I'm not with nothing that puts the pressure on another person to be how somebody else wants them to be, or to push your narrative or your beliefs on another person. I don't like that, especially for your benefit and for the other person's detriment. I'm not with it. I don't like it. I speak against it all day long. That's just what it is with me. Yeah.
And that is real, you guys. That's real. No matter the race, we're against injustice on
it's foolish.
Anybody. All right. So number two, how do you feel about prejudice versus preference?
Well, I'm gonna say, there's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist and preference. All right. We just gonna speak on prejudice and preference. You say prejudice mean I don't like you because of the color of your skin, or prejudice mean I don't like you because you doing something that I don't want you to do, or you not doing something in the way that I want you to do it. All right. A preference is like you like certain things. You want certain things to be a certain way. It's preference really like owning your own opinion. That's what I like. That's my preference. It might not be your preference, or you might not like my preference, but it's not your preference, it's mine. So preference is a little different from prejudice, but prejudice doesn't mean I don't like a certain thing, especially when we deal with race. It's like I don't like you because of your color. And like I said, racism means I can deny you privileges, I can deny you an FDA loan, I can deny you a job because of the color of your skin. And we go through that a lot. Being this color, that's just what it is. The truth is the truth. And it don't change because don't nobody want to accept it. That's how it's going.
And I had went through that. That's why I say when I went through somebody, I mean, not by a different race, I rarely go through that, but somebody liked it, my preference. But once they found out that I was in prison, they became prejudiced to me. They okay, so you liked my preference at first before you knew, because you know I'm honest about it. I tell people all the time, I talk about it. But once you found that out, it's, oh no, you ain't no match for me. So you became prejudiced because of my past, but I ain't my past. I'm different. You know what I'm saying?
Your past is just that.
It made me who I am. So that's why that's why I say, like, prejudice and preference, it get mixed up, and like you said, racism as well. They all fall in the same category, but a tad bit, a tad bit different. So number 3, what was it hard to adapt back into, we call it the free world once we locked up, but was it hard for you to adapt back into society once you came home from federal prison?
Well, for me, it was different. I had a big support base, my family, and I had, different people, putting things in play and position before I got here. Then I had a lot of plans that I wrote while I was in there. So that helped. It made me make the transition easier than a lot of other people because of the support system I had. So a lot of people don't have that. So I came home to a lot of stuff that was given to me to help me get to the next level, to where I was trying to get, and had opportunities already waiting on me because of the way I carried myself before I went in. So a long story short is, how you treat people in the beginning is how they're gonna treat you in the end. So I treated people pretty fair. I'm a fair guy. I try to keep it fair. So when I got back out, people, a lot of people, some of them, not all, but a lot of people put me in a position and they were fair to me. So here I am.
Yeah, and I understand that. I seen, I don't know if she was the original writer or did she just share it, but they was like, it's hard coming home from prison. And I basically said what you said. I said, it's hard, but it's not hard if you got a support system. When you got a support system, it's like a breeze. Of course, you got to get back used to stuff yourself, but having support goes a long way. So, and I know that from experience because I had the same support. Pretty much without a support system, you're gonna have to buckle down on your discipline, and you're gonna have to believe in yourself, and you're gonna have to work a little harder, because a lot of things and a lot of doors gonna be closed to you, but you can't get frustrated about that. See, one thing I learned about just life in general is a lot of things come your way to frustrate you. And if you're easily frustrated, it's gonna be hard for you. You can't get through in life. When one door closed, you don't get frustrated. If you got 100 doors, I'm checking all 100 of them before I get frustrated. Now I'm gonna open every last one of them. I don't care what they giving. I'm not gonna stop on door number 50, because you got 50 more doors to go to. So my blessing might be at that last one. So I'm going all the way to the last. Y'all, I ain't tapping that. I ain't no tapping that. I ain't no tap out button. That's that's a great example.
I'm tenacious.
You guys.
You gotta be tenacious. You gotta be tenacious. Yeah, you gotta be tenacious.
All right. So number 4, what advice would you give? The younger generation, male and female, and I say that too because you talk to me and you mentor me a lot. And I'm still in that group of learning and becoming a positive adult. So what advice would you give to the younger generation that may not have the proper person speaking life into them?
Well, with that question, you had pretty much look at your surroundings and look around and try to strategically pick out the people who you think best fit the piece of your puzzle to help you put your piece of your puzzle together. So you need people who gonna teach you values and principles. You also got to have values and principles and respect for yourself. So learning to critique yourself, learn to articulate yourself is key. Looking a person in their eyes. Now I say having discipline. Not giving up on your dreams and goals because they're not manifesting in a timely manner. You know, getting around people that are older, or it don't have to be older, getting around mature people. I'm gonna put it like that. Getting around mature people that has already been where you're trying to go, and get advice from them type of people. And you also, like I say, you got to stay focused and disciplined on your own too, to find out who's who and what's what. So you have to do your research on people also. You just can't take advice from anybody, because it's hard to take marriage advice from somebody who's been divorced 7 times. I ain't pretty much trying to listen to you, but because I ain't never been working out for you, bro. So I'm definitely gonna listen. Let me get somebody been locked in for 20 and been through here. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much get around people who have already been through some trials and tribulations, things that you are going through, or things that you may have to go through, that'll give you a blueprint to help you get from point A to point B. Or you might skip over A and B. They got a blueprint to take you all the way to C. So you skip a whole bunch of headache and a whole bunch of stress. Let go.
Yeah,
so that's how it goes.
Y'all better take heed and listen. Okay, number 5. How do you feel about religion cultures?
Well, that's really a sensitive subject, but I'm gonna touch on a little bit of it though. So one thing about religion, my view of religion, my opinion about religion, a lot of religions they institutionalize stuff, and that make it hard for a person to even want to convert or come over to whatever religion that you're offering. All right, you have some people, they try to say you can't wear this, or you can't wear that, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Excuse me. If you're a Christian believer like myself, I can pretty much go off what the Bible tells me to do. Well, I try to follow what the Bible tells me to do. So I really don't go off what nobody else tells me, because I study to show myself approved and read for myself and ask God for revelation for myself. But one thing about religion is it give you a spiritual background to where you just won't, just be going off doing things that are inappropriate, because a lot of religion practice different stuff. You got some religion practice perversion, so it depends on what religion that you in. But the problem with religion is when somebody try to force something on you, or try to hold you to a standard that they not really holding themselves to, and the judgment that come behind a lot of religion, because a lot of religions, just not all, but a lot of them want you to be perfect, and that's a line that I don't think nobody gonna be able to walk. No. So when somebody make a mistake, it don't be no forgiveness for that person, and it don't be right for some people. You got some religions, because I studied a lot of them. I studied a lot of them, but I really just focus on Christianity now and the Bible. But some of them have a lot of good principles. All of them have a lot of good morals and principles, and a lot of good things that you can go by and apply in your life that actually make your life better. But it depends on what the religion that you are professing. At the end of the day, just me, whatever make you a better person. I can't tell you, what's best for you. I can tell you what worked for me and what's best for me though. I can do that. Yeah. So I don't really try to melt down what I believe on someone else. I just put my life out there, and if you like what I'm professing, or something that I do, claiming this religion or professing this religion, sparks you to want to indulge, that's on you. I'm not gonna melt it down and pour it on you. I don't do that. I don't try to convert, change nobody. I just to work on myself. That's how that goes. So that's how this goes.
That's how it be said. And piggyback just a little off that, like I said, it's a sensitive topic. Sensitive. So we won't go too deep into it, but real is real, and we speaking what's on our mind. Basically like what he said. You can't force nothing on nobody, and it sometimes instead of teaching love, people teach hate. So that's what shunned a lot of people away from certain religions. Not everybody's not like that. Everybody don't do that, but you can't pull and pick what you want to use to beat somebody down, but you still got 4 fingers pointed back at you when you point. So that's just some to think about.
Another thing about religion too is, always keep in mind that there's been more bloodshed behind religion than any other cause in this world right here. Just keep that in mind, because a lot of blood being shed by religion all over this nation, all over the world about religion, and that's just what it is. And another thing, one more thing about religion is, you gotta always remember that just because a person don't see eye to eye with you about religion, that don't mean that you shouldn't like that person or feel some type of way about that person. Because a lot of us practice hate without even saying. Your actions can show hate. You ain't got to say I hate you. You ain't got to. You can look at me and show me how you feel about me. I read body language all day.
that's a
facial
fact.
expression.
That's a fact.
Gestures, movements, all that. I know when the vibe ain't right for me to go on, move on because you're judging me for whatever reason. But religion do that. Religion is, some religions are real judgmental and they push people off and make you not even want to be a part of it. If you supposed to be professing to be a Christian and you drinking and smoking just as much as the world do, I might well go to the world. At least I ain't got to get judged. They ain't gonna judge me, but they gonna say you don't supposed to have that. But if I don't profess your religion, I can do what I want to do. If you doing the same thing, it don't make no sense to claim it. That's just how I go, bro.
I got to use with anything in this world. Use your own mind. Read, research.
Your own research.
At the end of the day,
she said the key word, research.
At the end of the day, some of it y'all got to look at it. A lot of this stuff has been rewritten multiple times. Stuff has been taken out. Stuff has been added to fit a certain person, a certain race, preference. So for the people who woke and they mind open, that y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So we got 2 more questions and then the interview, we're gonna wrap it up. Number 6. Like at what age do you feel that a person should mature and just stop being messy? Just cut it out.
She slick. Hey y'all, she thinks she slick now. She be paying attention to my page. I can tell she paying attention. That's how I know she paying attention. Yeah, she already know the age is 35. Yeah, quit playing. After 35, quit playing. Them kids watching you. Yeah. All that being messy, going back and forth on Facebook, especially you men. A lot of you men, man, I ain't even. Hey, listen. Y'all supposed to be some soldiers now. These kids watching y'all going back and forth now. Women, that's cool. We know that what they do. Until they come out there. But men, y'all ain't got no excuses, man. That's why a lot of soldiers ain't out here, because they following y'all. Quit that, cut it out. But 35 is the age to stop being with all that, because a good example have more value than good advice. Remember I said that, and kids learn from observation. You don't have to say a word. They can see and look and learn. I knew all the cuss words when I was in the elementary school and got a whooping for saying them, because they wrote in the bathroom wall, in the stalls, all that. I was observing, learning. Yeah, whoever wrote them in there, them some managed people, the managed kids. that was all maybe more mature than me. I'm like, I ain't even know how to spell them, but I'm just saying. But we get back to that. Hey, 35, man, stop being messy, stop being childish. And that's why we behind now, because people inciting, indulging in stuff, getting the kids messed, just going back trying to find some tea to spill on somebody, finding people receipts. That's what y'all call them, receipts and tea. Yeah, come on, man. When somebody drop their receipt, give it back to them, man. You got to pass too. Before you judge somebody, anybody out there listening to me, whoever listening to me, before you judge somebody, if you not a judge with a courtroom downtown, go look in your skeleton closet first before you try to put your mouth on somebody you already did a lot of stuff too, but that don't nobody know nothing about. Leave them people alone, man. Let them folks go on with their life and learn from their own lessons. You ain't got to be no more teachers to them people.
Facts.
Come on.
Facts. All right. Number 7, and this is the last question. How do you feel about some young people conducting themselves in a manner way better than some older people? Well, I said some, so this not putting everybody in a box.
That's a good question. You know, I'm gonna just speak on me personally. Me personally, I grew up around a lot of older people. I hang with a lot of older people to this day. A lot of older people call my phone. 70 from 50 to 70 years old call my phone, and we talk. And at the end of the day, you know, being around somebody who's mature and being around people who not, you know, stingy or not stingy or not wanting to share or willing to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with a younger person, and that younger person not only just listen to it, but they apply what they learn or what they listen to. It's a difference between listening and receiving. I can listen to something, but that don't mean I'm gonna receive it. It can go on one end out the other. It's a difference between knowing knowledge and applying knowledge. If I had the knowledge to work on a car, if I'm not no mechanic, it don't make no sense for me to be knowing how to work on a car if I'm not applying it to make no money to, you know, feed my family. But being around mature people and being around older people sometimes, or being observant and paying attention to what's going on and having common sense, also allow a younger person to mature faster than another older person that's stuck in their way. Because a lot of older people are stuck in their way because if you don't adjust when time moves, because time is constantly changing. If you don't change with time, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be stuck. And a lot of older people don't want to pass the torch. That's why they're stuck in their ways, or they don't want to receive the torch from a younger person. Because I know some older people that say that a younger person can't tell them nothing. And I don't understand why they say that, because when I got out of prison, my grandkids were showing me how to work my cell phone, and it was my phone. They showed me granddad. So you got to be open to be able to learn from a person from 1 year old all the way up to 100 years old. You can't look at your glass as full all the time. Most older people, not all, some of them, their glass be already full, so they don't want to learn nothing new.
Stubborn.
They stubborn, and plus, in the Bible, it says in the last day knowledge will increase. Even me, I like TikTok a lot. I consider myself a teacher on Facebook and on Instagram, but on TikTok, I'm a student. I learn, and a lot of them young scholars, young people on TikTok, they dig deep into the cracks and the crevices like I do. I'm not a surface deep researcher. I lose sleep researching. I stay up 2-3 days to research something until I learn the whole ins and out about that, where I can be able to teach it. So a lot of older people, listen, let them old ways go. We not living in them times. Technology taking over. That's just what it is. Either you gonna get rolled, you gonna get rolled over,
or you gonna get with it.
You gonna get with it, or you gonna get rolled over. That's just how this thing going, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all. Listen, one thing about social media, I'm gonna give y'all a jewel too. That's the new photo album. My grandma, I got photo albums of my parents and my great grandparents, but now they don't have photo album no more. That phone is your photo album, so that's why it's good, to put pictures of your family on their content. No reasonable stuff, no stuff that that ain't gonna give away too much of your business. But at the end of the day, social media is the new thing. Technology is a blessing and a curse for us. It bringing a lot of convenience, but it's bringing a lot of chaos, and it's bringing a lot of trauma too, though. Yeah. So you gotta be wary of what you posting and what you saying, because the feds on here, you got your enemies on here, you got haters on here, you got lurkers, you got people looking for receipts, looking for tea. I don't understand. Y'all be tripping me out, man. Go sit in the house where everybody watching. Stop telling all your business, man. This thing right here, this app don't care nothing about none of us, and I know that. They'll bring you down if you let it. If you're not strong-minded, the internet not for a weak-minded person. That's because I don't understand cyberbullying. I just don't. You can't cyberbully me on no line. Who are you, first off? What's my mama name? Yeah. You don't know that. You don't know me. So what you say don't bother me. Yeah. I don't trip off that. So, but a lot of people not strong like that. But yeah, just be careful what y'all put on here. Old folk, they'll pass their torch or receive the torch. If you don't want to pass, at least receive the torch and come on with all that message on getting all online 50 years old, your son right on there listen to it. His little rump gonna grow up messy too.
Yeah. Facts. That's a fact. Yeah. But before we get up out of here, I just want to say a couple things. The first thing I'm gonna say is, this is his logo, built for it. You see the brain, and mental. You see the crown and the muscles. Yeah. So
we talking about built for a muscle.
Yeah. Your brain is a muscle.
Your brain is a muscle.
Yeah. Your brain is definitely a muscle.
So that's why I came up with that.
And
you gotta be mentally strong out here to survive in this wicked system that we up under. Hey man, y'all don't get me on. I don't even wanna. Hey, I'm gonna leave. I live in America. I'm just gonna leave that alone though.
Yeah.
But this system that we up under, boy, they choke the life out you. If you ain't got the right complexion for the connection, you hit. I hope that being real though. That's just what it is though. And we ain't gonna speak on it though.
Nah, y'all, if they listen,
I'm gonna let that go.
They gonna know exactly what we talking about.
And let that go.
The second thing is, I do want to say that he has supported me with my music. He to be honest, he's one of the reasons I started rapping. Yeah. From growing up, because that's what back his old time, that's what he was doing. So I always wanted to be a part of Dead Game Records. Yeah. So as I got older, I started rapping, but he definitely support me, even though he don't listen to rap. Yeah. But he still, he still supports me, motivate me, and I'm always thankful for that. And he is the barber that be giving me the sticky line of, VIP. Everybody can't get them, but like I said, I'm gonna put all of his information, like he told you, his Facebook and Instagram, where he go in with all type of content.
Check me out. You're gonna learn
like
something.
that. And I'm gonna also put his TikTok in the description box below.
You're definitely gonna learn something.
And this was a great episode. Like always, I tell y'all to be blessed. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also comment. He's going to be tagged, and his YouTube is also going to be tagged as well. Everything is going to be tagged in the description box below. Y'all be blessed out there, and have a nice day.